Já, verið velkomin í þennan auka þátt af Plori Blaze, Wolf Among Us. Nú, þessi auka þáttur eftir episode 1 og á undan episode 2, þar sem við ætlum að fara yfir Book of Fables og mér til hals og tröss Maggi Slagur.
Já, halló.
Þannig Maggi,
gaman að fá að taka þátt í þessum sérstaka þætti.
Þannig við gerum þetta bara þannig að við rúllum bara yfir og þú lest upp textan með rödd Egils.
Já, alltaf.
Já, er það ekki bara?
Ég ætla að byrja allavega.
Já.
Byrja með henni. The renowned Big Bad Wolf is known for tormenting pigs and girls in red hoods, but is trying to put those dark days behind him. Bigby now acts as Fabletown's sheriff and remains in his human form, mostly. However, due to his rough past, the citizens of Fabletown are slow to trust him. Bigby is determined to show that he's truly changed, but some instincts are just too hard to control. Snow White may seem cold, but this stems from a life of mistreatment and abuse back in the homelands. After escaping assault and imprisonment, not to mention an attempt on her life, she married Prince Charming. It was long before Snow discovered that Charming cheated on her with her estranged sister, Rose Red, and she divorced him. After the Exodus, Snow focused her attention on setting up a safe haven for Fables in the New World. She now serves as assistant to the deputy mayor of Fabletown. Ég gat ekki haldið uppi Egilsröddinni.
Nei, á ég að taka næsta?
Ekki bara já, þetta hann.
The Woodsman. The Woodsman is one of the few men who went toe-to-toe with Bigby in the Black Forest days and lived to tell the tale. In an attempt to save Little Red Riding Hood, he split the Grey Wolf's belly open with his axe, filled him full of rocks, and threw the beast into a river. To his dismay, his popularity has faded. Even his name is forgotten, and he is only known as the Woodsman.
Sko Björn, ég væri til í hvernig myndur þú lesa þetta bara ef þú væri að lesa þetta upp á fundi í vinnunni?
Það var það Faith.
Full American.
Faith, otherwise known as a donkey skin girl, made it through the exodus from the magical homeland with the clothes on her back, her husband, and nothing else. She was once a beautiful princess, happily married to Prince Lawrence of a neighboring kingdom. Her life should have had a happy ending, but the mundane city of New York wasn't kind to her or her marriage. With no money, Faith found herself turning tricks to make the rent for a cheap apartment on the outskirts of Fabletown. She had a difficult life, but she did what she could to survive in an unfamiliar world.
Ég fíla þennan hreim mjög vel, sko.
Þú tekur næsta?
No. Beauty and her husband Beast once lived in an enchanted castle, but they were forced to flee the homelands in the Exodus, leaving all of their wealth behind. Now they live in a modest studio in Fabletown, New York. Though times are hard, with Beast working multiple jobs to pay the bills, the couple have the longest lasting relationship of all the Fables. Sko, caring wife, þetta náttúrulega, það eitthvað í gangi þarna, sko.
Það er eitthvað, hún eitthvað að brassa, sko. Ég held að hann sé eitthvað öfundsjúkur.
Ég held að hún sé að halda framhjá. Og hann veit það. Þetta eitthvað svona, Beast alltaf að vinna, það einhver sugar daddy sem hún að halda við þetta, sko.
Sjáum hvað segir Beast. Beast and his wife, Beauty, left everything behind when they escaped the homeland in the Exodus. Without his former wealth, Beast must pick up extra work to make ends meet. He is able to get around Fabletown without a glamour most of the time. But if Beauty gets too angry with him, he becomes more beastly by the minute, growing horns and large teeth. Despite the occasional bickering, The two are truly in love and have the longest lasting relationship of anyone in Fabletown.
Já.
Já, það eins og þú segir, hann alltaf í vinnunni.
Hann alltaf í vinnunni. Það veitum hvernig það getur verið, sko.
Já.
Mr. Toad is the superintendent for a defunct tenement on the edge of Fabletown proper. Because he's a 3.5-foot talking amphibian, Toad is required by Fabletown law to keep his family and himself magically glamored to appear human. The problem is Toad isn't too concerned with what the law is, as he has to be reminded often. Hann svona hann eiginlega uppáhalds karakter minn, ég segi eins og
Já, hann nennir ekki að pæla of mikið í þessu. Nei, alltaf verið að segja við hann að vera með glamur
Einmitt. Mér finnst hann líka þessi skemmtilegur, sko.
Colin, couch surfer. Colin is better known as one of the three little pigs. Back in the homelands, they were harassed by the big bad wolf who blew down Colin's house of straw. Þannig að hann átti stráhúsið. After the exodus, Colin and the other fables who couldn't pass for human were sent to live at the farm in upstate New York. Unable to stand such a boring life, Colin constantly makes trips down to Fabletown to bother Bigby. He is always caught and sent back to the farm, but he doesn't let that stop him. Þannig að hann var greinilega fyrsti sem byggði stráhúsið.
Já, einmitt, og næstu gerði spýtuhúsið og var ekki síðasti með steinhúsið.
Jó.
En ég fíla hann með svona hann teiknaði með svona mennsk augu.
Já. Já, það með svona smá mennsk feature.
Já.
Herðu, þetta þinn maður.
Sko, ég held að við þurfum ekkert að lesa þetta, sko. Ég held við getum bara skrolla rólega niður þannig að fólk geti lesið þetta, sko.
Já.
Bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously.
Ég lesi þetta bara. Hailing from the haunted town of Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane has been deputy mayor of Fabletown for nearly 115 years. Crane is a bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously, though that doesn't mean he always does it well. As one of Fabletown's elite, Crane is often blind to the troubles of the less well-off citizens. Overall, Crane is authoritarian, cowardly, and always hiding something. Hann ekki alveg nú skemmtilegur.
Hann kemur ekki til dyrin svona klæddur.
Alltaf strangur.
Hérna kemur sko Buffkin.
Buffkin is talking winged monkey from the land of Oz. Now as Fabletown's librarian, he spends his time reading and stealing the deputy mayor's booze. He's prone to mischief, so when something goes wrong, he assumes he'll receive the lion's share of the blame. He's helpful when he wants to, but most of the time he'd rather be drinking. Someone would have fired him a long time ago, but he's the only one who can make sense of the filing system.
Já.
Þannig að þetta var þetta bókasafn, það sem við vorum í áðan. Það sem hann Ichabod Crane með skrifstofu.
Já.
Herðu, nú það bara Fabletown is a community located on Bullfinch Street in Manhattan's Upper West Side. To regular people, or Mundies, it appears to be an ordinary New York neighborhood. But it is really the home of fables from many worlds, and within the business office at the Woodlands lies a massive cavern, a vast library, and hundreds of magical items of immense power. All non-human fables live upstate on the farm, an extension of Fabletown. Okay. The farm. The farm is home to fables who cannot pass as human. Giants, goblins, animals, etc. It is located in upstate New York, far enough away from the Mundies to avoid detection. Some of its residents resent their confinement to the farm, despite its size and comforts. To them, the farm is prison. They would be allowed to leave the farm if they could purchase a glamour, but many don't have the money for something so expensive. Though some, like Colin, sneak out into the city anyway. Já, þannig að þarna grísirnir og allt þetta. Vonandi við fáum að fara þarna í einhverjum af episódunum.
Já, það væri mjög athyglisvert.
Herðu, Mondays.
Já, Mondays bara.
Short for mundane. Monday is a catch-all term that fables use to refer to the non-magical inhabitants of their adopted home. Warding spells placed around the blocks of Fabletown and the farm keep their minds distracted and dull with certain boundaries. However, if anything should pique the curiosity or scrutiny of a large group of Mondays, these magical protection charms would overload and fail. As sheriff of Fabletown, one of Bigby's primary functions is ensuring the Fabletown community maintains a low profile. Þannig að það hefur gerst þarna þegar þeir fundu höfuðið í lokin.
Já.
Herðu, það aðeins hérna glamour, þarna sjáum við mitt.
Já.
Hún hefur verið með glamour á sér. Glamours are spells that allow the user to change their appearance. They are expensive, but can be purchased by non-human fables in order to pass for human among the Mondays. Cheap glamours can be found in the seedier parts of Fabletown, but they are often unreliable and prone to sudden failure. Ég reynda að fíla þetta að sé svona þessi pæling að þú getur keypt eitthvað svona cheap glamour en það sé eitthvað svona frekar mikið drasl.
Já. Einmitt. Cheap glamours.
Herðu, Prince Lawrence. Hann lítur ekki vel út.
Nei.
After escaping the homeland, Prince Lawrence and his wife Faith immediately fell victim to the harsh realities of the mundane world. They moved to New York hoping to find aid in a community of fellow fables, but without enough money to live in Fabletown, they had to settle on an apartment on the outskirts of the neighborhood. Unfortunately, that meant they were out of sight and out of mind when it came to government assistance. Their prospects dwindling, Faith left Lawrence to try to make it on her own. Now, without his wife for support, Lawrence struggles to motivate himself and quickly sinks into depression. Þannig að hún hefur sett farið frá henni.
Já, mér finnst til dæmis alveg frekar merkja að það sé hægt að einhvern veginn bjarga honum.
Já, það er mjög nett, sko.
Það er kannski valið hann fyrst.
Já, það hefði verið örugglega bjargað honum, sko.
Já.
Herðu, the Tweedles, hired goons, the Tweedle brothers, Dumb and Dee, are thugs for hire. They appear human, allowing them to carry out their contracts in the Monday world without drawing suspicion. They are as inseparable as they are ruthless. Það kemur bara þjóðin. Holly, Trip Trap owner. Holly is a no-nonsense kind of troll and the owner of the Trip Trap bar.
Yeah.
She's glamored to appear human, but her patrons know better. Holly takes good care of her regulars, often the downtrodden fables with little to spare, but she has no patience for the Fabletown government that has done nothing to locate her missing sister.
Já, þetta sem sagt Holly.
Já, en
Holly systir, mástu sem hann sagði þarna.
Já, systirinn til. Þess vegna var hún svona mikið tussa við okkur þegar við vorum hana.
Já.
Hún nennir ekki eitthvað svona government bullshit.
Nei.
Herðu, Grendel, Drifter. Grendel just wants to be left alone. In the old days, he terrorized Norse meat halls, but lately he can be found occupying a stool in various quiet, dumpy bars around New York. He hates the noise of the city, but must work there to afford his glamour. Despite his gruff bearing, he's fiercely loyal to those who've learned to offer him the space and silence he desires. Talking to him is like watching a time bomb tick down. It's only a matter of time. Við hefðum örgulega geta sko verið á góðu hliðinni einhvern veginn hjá honum.
Já, ef við hefðum ekki verið leiðilegið hann á skrifstofunni og náttúrulega ekki rifið á hann hendina, en
það líka
bara, hann gerði það bara sjálfur.
Já, hann gerði sér þetta sjálfur, sko. En ég er að spáði, sko, ég er svona að spáði hvort að við hefðum geta sko náð bæði Woodsman og hérna Dundaldi gaurnum á barnum ef að Grendel hefði verið vinur okkar. Það hefði hann kannski náð öðrum.
Það er bara spurning, sko.
Herru, Bluebeard, Bluebeard managed to escape the homelands with his riches intact and continues to be one of the wealthiest fables in New York. The Fabletown government depends on his generous contributions, and he often uses his influence for his own benefit. As a former serial killer, he claims his days of decapitating his brides are over, but even if he was able to leave his violent ways in the homelands, that hasn't stopped him from making the occasional trip down Crooked Lane.
Já.
Þannig að þess vegna voru þau að tala áðan hérna, þetta lyktaði pínu af bláskegg.
Bláskegg, hann nú ekkert sjóræningalegur.
Nei, en hann svona, hann búinn að klína...
Decapitating his brides.
Svona cleaned up.
Já.
Hann heyrðu, Bigby's Vengeance, það sem dýrið sem úlfurinn.
Já.
Long ago in the homelands, the North Wind fell in love with a blazing white she-wolf. Taking canine form, he courted her and stayed by her side for 2 seasons. However, the wind by nature must change direction, and North temperament carried him back to his wintry castle. The she-wolf was heartbroken, and soon after her lover fled, she gave birth to a litter of cubs, including the one that would become the big bad wolf of legend. Watching his mother die of sadness and unrequited love, young Bigby Wolf swore vengeance against the capricious North Wind. 7 times the beast journeyed to the great castle, but was no match for the elemental might of his father. Having failed to taste vengeance, he swore to think no more of his dead mother or loathsome father. Buried hatred, however, is seldom forgotten.
Já.
Svolítið áhugaverð saga.
Það er rétt. Já. Þetta er mjög svöld saga, sko.
Já. Ég veit ekki hvort maður kannast við þetta, sko. Maður svona, maður hugsar alltaf svona, já, ég kannast við þetta. En
já,
svona,
þetta kýtlar eitthvað, sko.
Já.
Þessar sögur.
Já, en sko, eitt sem ég svona svolítið forvitin núna er það að alltaf verið að tala sko, Exodus.
Já, After the Exodus.
Sem einhver, sko, virðist vera einhver viðburður sem að gerðist.
Já, það er eitthvað event sem að gerðist. Allavega fyrir þessi, sko, Grimms-ævintýra fólkið.
Já, alltaf að segja After the Exodus, Colin and the other fables who couldn't pass for human.
Já. Eru hérna sérstaklega að tala Exodus.
Já.
Escape the homelands in the Exodus.
Það hefur verið einhver event, sko.
Já. En við fyrir nú ekki að lesa.
Nei.
Ég sé mikið eftir Mjallhvíti.
Já, ég líka. Það var mikill skellur að ég held að þetta væri alltaf að fara að vera Fríða, sko.
Já, ég líka. Heldur að við hefðum getað gert eitthvað þannig að þetta hefði verið alveg sama atriði nema bara hausinn á Fríðu?
Ég veit það ekki.
Nei.
Það er erfitt að segja, sko.
Það hefði verið mjög stór breyting á sögunni, sko.
Já, en mögulega er það eitthvað, sko.
Já.
En herðu, þetta er svona, þá er þessum pælingum lokið og þessum Special Edition aukaþætti lokið og við sjáumst þá bara í episode 2 þegar hann kemur út sem verður á morgun að þá droppar fyrsti þátturinn í seríu 2.
Nú?
Já.
Ætlar bara að dempa öllum þá í kvöld bara, hinum?
Nei, bara þegar þessi þáttur fer í loftið.
Já, ég skil þig, það var daginn eftir, ég skil þig.
Já, það er...
Mér krossbrá hérna.
Já, þetta er aðeins minna smúð núna. Það verður bara að hafa það. Þá sjáumst við síðar. Takk fyrir komin í þáttinn, Maggi.
Ég hlakka til að horfa á þáttinn á morgun.
Já,
fyrsta þátt af season 2.
Þetta verður rosalega. Verið sæl.